Alright everybody, this is going to be a little different. I haven't really done that many cooking videos. I am walking around the kitchen. I did some chicken the other day, and I've had some people ask me, how do I make my fried corn. It was really good, and I had a neighbor who tried some of it and wanted to know how to make it. So, that looks like a lot of margarine, but we're actually going to be cooking it down. So, we're going to let it steam up. Now, to do the fried corn the way I do it, I use absolutely frozen corn. Corn needs to be dead frozen. I've tried to do it with non-frozen corn before, and it just doesn't come out right. So you really do want to make sure it's frozen. And we're just going to get this butter to start to cook down. And I got some water back here just heating up for something different right there. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and show you the spices while we let that cook up. We're going to use some garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder. I've actually used fresh onion before, and I like fresh onion in it. Just some sea salt, black pepper, and the secret ingredient, I know this is going to sound weird, but some mustard. Now this is the best mustard to use. You can use just regular yellow mustard, but ideally kind of want to use the whole mustard. And we're just going to let this butter cook down, let the moisture get out. And for the corn, of course I'm just using the Walmart brand whole kernel corn, okay? So nothing fancy, and this stuff is frozen. Now, when you go to put the corn in, you don't want to make a really thick layer, but you want to make sure the pan is nice and hot. So that's why I like to use cast iron, because it doesn't cool down. So a lot of the water has boiled out, it's getting foamy, and this also gives it a little bit of like a nutty flavor to it, which I actually personally like. Hopefully you guys can still hear me just fine. So this stovetop doesn't sit level, of course. And there we go. I was going to do about that much. So spread it out. And the trick is you want just enough margarine still in the bottom of the pan, but you don't want it swimming in margarine either. And about one layer is about all you want. And just leave it. This is not a heart-healthy dish, by the way. But that should be all the margarine we need. Now, I'll rotate the pan, so I'll do that every now and then so that the margarine doesn't all stay in one place. But you don't want to flip the corn a whole lot either. Just keep it like one layer thick or so. Now when you cook the corn like this, it actually gets the taste is very unique. It's a taste that I really can't explain. But it's really good. It gets the outside gets a little crispy. The inside stays nice and soft. And yeah, it's really freaking good. Alright, let's just turn off the water for right now. And we'll go ahead and get a stir on it. So what we're looking for is that one right there. You see it starting to brown up. and then one layer again. And a lot of this, what you see bubbling off, is some of it's water. Some of it is the margarine, but that's actually the perfect amount. And then when you cool it off, it kind of like, it's not that much. It's not greasy. It shouldn't be greasy. It shouldn't be oily. All right, we gotta turn it down just a little bit. It's popping a little too much. Take it off the heat. I just got it sitting over here on the side. And you see it's starting to turn like this beautiful golden color. Hopefully you guys can see that. And you just kind of keep turning it. As the pan's really hot now. You don't want it to burn. But you don't put any spices in it until just you turn the stove off. If you put the spices in early, it'll burn. Alright, it's getting a little hot again, so let me turn it down. And you can see I just got it right here. I'm just stirring it to keep it from making a total mess in my kitchen. If I was doing this outside, I really wouldn't be so worried about the popping. But since I'm doing it inside, I do it like that so you guys can watch. But alright, now it's cooling down a little too much. Now when you first make this, I recommend that you taste it as you go along. Just get it to the point that you like it. But as you kind of do it a few times, you learn like what kind of color you're looking for. Now, as you just keep going, it's just going to keep getting a more of a golden color. And you can see it's really not popping anymore. The sugar that's inside the corn is starting to caramelize as we drive off the water. And you can see the caramelization right here. It's really kind of sticking to some of the pan a little. Scrape that up. I mean, that's beautiful flavor, guys. Whoop. Let's take it back off. And this butter is just getting a beautiful caramel taste to it. Ooh, handle's starting to get a little hot. We turn this down even more as that pan is just really holding the heat, plus corn is starting to get cooked, so we can slow it down a little bit. And this doesn't take any time to cook. And that's what's nice. It's a completely different way of doing corn. And that's done. So I'll move it right here. Move you guys over. So from here, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion, and you could really do any spices you like. This is just like the real basic. A little bit of salt, not a whole lot. A little bit of black pepper. You know, a couple turns. And then now, the mustard can be really dangerous, okay? So you want to put in a small amount. When I say small like this, actually I'll go a little bit more, something like that, okay? So, not much mustard, okay? And then you stir. That little bit of mustard is just going to add another whole flavor profile to the sweetness of this corn. And I love the whole flavor, the whole mustard flavor to it. As you see, the oil disappears. Okay, so this is not like dripping in oil. It's just right. So this is perfect. Mix it in. Now the heat that's still in this pan is finishing off the mustard, is finishing off the little bit of spices, so it's not a raw spice taste. Okay, but if you put it in too early, it will actually burn on the bottom of the pan, because we do allow this pan to get really quite hot. And then there you go. This is actually kind of toasty now, so let me pick it up and put it in my bowl right here. Let me put this off to the side. So that right there is my fried corn. Now you might wonder, well, what does it look like compared to non-fried corn? That's the color difference. Okay, so it's a nice golden color. This is just, it's beautiful tasting, guys. Perfect. I'm doing this with some chicken. Anyway, let me know if you guys like this kind of video. I'll probably do some other cooking videos here and there. Let me know what you guys think. Have a good one.